yourselves for battle, heroes.
Welcome back, everyone, to Nexomania Division B. My name is Bahamut. On the left side, we have got our macro machines. We've got a Blaze, Orphea, Vala, Malfurion, and Johanna. Where's Big Scary Duck for the Orphea game? Maximum thrust on the right side is going to be Tychus, Lucio, Gazlo, Tassadar, and Diablo. We got a Gazlo game? My gosh, we've had Zul, Jin, Gazlo. I'm blanking on the other one that was kind of fun as well. I think there was a Zagara. And I'm missing one other fun character we had. But been really, really good games here in Nexomania so far, so. Let's get into our next one. We got a Vala auto attack build on the left side. We got a Q build Tassadar with his Shock Ray. Static charge building up that damage. Lucio is actually going to go house or party mix at level 1. So we'll have a larger AoE as the laser comes through from trees, but Tychus gets the last auto attack in. Orphea the first one to go down in this best of 3 series. New best of 3 coming at you, everybody. And a Twitch prediction as Ashmantle is so perfectly mentioned in chat. Storm's going down, all that good stuff. Little Shock Ray attempt from Tassadar, but Malfurion was able to double back right there. Some shield glares off from the Johanna, stepping up with the Condemn as well. Vala backing away, doesn't want to get pulled out of position by that Diablo with an overpower. Does manage to continue keeping those autos raining in. Only 8 stacks right now, but he's just playing it safe, trying to get good stacks here and there. Obviously, the Johanna up against the Tychus will be a little bit difficult for the Tychus player. Curious what they're going to go at level 4. Did go into quarterback level 1 for the extra range and slight extra damage as well, 10%. We got 430 to 1,100. So hey, odds are there. If you want to play that gamble up, by all means do it. Man, Kaimo is missing all the gambles today. I feel bad for him. 26 souls and rising on our Diablo right now as the Frozen Punisher will be up in just a moment. Shield Glare, Zealous Glare. We've got the Rocket Boots on your Gazlo as well. And Lucio, I mean, he's over halfway done with Party Mix, so just about. Johanna steps onto the point. That's an easy sub done right there, I think. Shield Glare almost takes down the Tassadar, but he won't be picked off. Lucio healing is pretty good. And they're able to back off, but they will, and they will be able to grab the camp as well. Fantastically done. Ooh, the odds are ever so changing for the Twitch camp here. Force Wall, Electric Fence upgrade for the Tassadar. We've got our Hyperfocus Coils on Gazlo. Master Assassin for the Tychus, as well as the Supersonic on Lucio. So while Wall Ride is active, push off cooldown recharges 100% faster. Able to manipulate things a little bit there as maybe Blaze wants to step up or something. Vala does have the Death Dealer, makes sense with the auto attack build. Subdue for Johanna, but no Subdone, of course, as we mentioned. Alright, let's take a look. Frozen Punisher bottom lane coming up first. We've got almost level 6 here. Ratson with a quick Shield Glare, able to back away from Diablo and friends. Tychus immediately gets the activation of the objective. Shield Glare into the bush, checks for the Diablo, finds him. He gets a couple autos and a Fire Stomp out. Vala backing away safely. Nice root from Malfurion with the Emerald Dreams level 1. Great damage coming in, and Diablo does go down. Blaze will be traded in this engagement. But Orphea steals away a few of those Skeleton Defenders with the Dread. Ooh, nice hit with the Shadow Waltz from Poet onto Flatline. Almost got the Flatline on Lucio there. Chomp from Orphea as well. 11 out of 19 for the Skeletal Defenders, and it's rising rapidly. Vala trying to trade into the Tassadar, and she will be able to be the one to come out on top with 188 HP at the end. 7 Talenteer here. Just a moment, and I believe this first Punisher will go to the left side. Now, granted, it's 23 to 27 in Skeletal Defenders, but now you're seeing that back away from maximum thrust. Death timers are low, and they're going to re-engage onto this. It's equal. It's a race. Who can get the first 13 after this? 33 to 30. It's so very close. Gazlo gets a stun onto the Blaze. There's going to be poke from Orphea as well. 37 to 30. It looks like this will go over the side of your macro machines. you everyone for taking part in our gamble here right now, as this is going to be Punisher jumping over the wall. Big Frozen Novas popping off as well. Locking down structures and continuing to pressure through this bottom lane. Forward front gate has completely gone down. Tychus just trying to get auto attack damage in, but the shield glass from Johanna may be mitigating some of that damage. Ratson pulled out of position, but able to get the Iron Skin activation. And this will be fort front gate taken down. The fort will be around 50%. All in all, really well sieged and achieved by the side of Macro Machines, as Vala will hearth out for full. No deaths on her, if I'm not mistaken here. And yep, she is full Gambit. Does have the Hot Pursuit level 7 for the movement speed bonus based on the Hatred stackage. Orphea did go into the Mind Devourer at level 7, so she's got to hit those 30 stacks for the extra damage, essentially. And then you also get the cooldown reduction and the mana refund once you finish out that quest. Blaze with the nanomachine coating. Makes sense against the Tychus, getting that auto attack speed debuff onto him. Johanna will pick up Conviction. She's not going to go for Sins Exposed for any healing debuff. Orphea pokes in, finding a few more stacks on that level 7 up to 9. Diablo finds the Overpower. No Shadow Charge. Iron Skin activation of the Johanna here. Bassadar continuing to get some auto attacks in here and there. Dog is doing their best to back away. Beluga is so very low, honestly, from the auto attacks from Vala, down to like 75% HP, or excuse me, 25% HP or so. Arcane 13th, that Vala, though, very low in this engagement at the end. Has to tap the well. 10 Talonteer's almost here, and it seems like at the beginning of this series, Maximum Thrust is not doing too bad. They've been trading kills. Structurally, it's slightly ahead on the side of Macro Machines, since they did get that bottom lane siege from the Punisher. Uh-oh, Diablo. He doesn't have souls. He literally has 99 souls. Oh, that's unfortunate for him right there, as this will be 10 Talonteer with the reduced soul consumption. Of course, you have to have the 100 for still the activation of the the trait there. 94 auto attack stacks on the Vala, 1 stack of Master Assassin, of course, for the Tychus, 70 of the 200 for that static charge, as Lucio jumps in, is able to back away. Oh, is he? There's going to be a Bless Shield from the Johanna to initiate. And a double kill comes through. That's going to be nicely done, and bottom lane fort taken out by the side of Macro Machines. Diablo Shadow charges in, Apocalypse activation, pulls the Vala out of the Apocalypse by accident. Trying to chase in on Diablo right there. The auto attacks from Vala with the Hot Pursuit help out a ton. The Root from Malfurion. I think, no, it was, there's the Root from Malfurion. It was the AoE of that. God, Diablo just got launched off the map over there. It was the AoE of Tychus that I was seeing right there. But either way, we do have our next Punisher coming up momentarily. The Arcane Punisher will be popping up here, and we have 25 seconds to go on that one still. Hey, I may not have casted it for like 2 months, but I still love the in-game timer intuition. I'm like 3 for 3 on like, yeah, it should be in a moment, and then it boop pops up. Heroics that we didn't talk about, though. We do have a Bunker for Blaze, as well as a Crushing Jaws for the Orphea. Rain of Vengeance, Tranquility, and Blessed Shield on the opposing side. It's Apocalypse, Black Hole, Gravo Bomb, Sound Barrier, and Commandeer Odin. What's up, Skullfeet? Good to see you, bud. Happy Tuesday to you. Happy almost Wednesday to you, realistically. Blaze goes in with a Jet Propulsion, finds just Diablo. I believe he's got full souls. No, he does not have full souls. Sound Barrier from the Lucios. This is going to be a priority under the Vala, but she's able to back away. Tranquility from Malfurion activated as well. Giving that armor to the allies who do have the regrowth activation on them, and that will be Diablo going down. No souls to buy him back into the engagement, as now Gazlo is going to be rooted, and will he be booted? That looks like it'll be a Rain of Vengeance. Crushing Jaws finds the Tassadar, but a Force Wall creates a little bit of room for him to back away safely. Double kill goes up to the side of Macro Machines, as Maximum Thrust looks to poke around this objective, but I think they just got to give this one away again. Vault in right there, trying to get a chunk of damage onto that Lucio. Odin's been summoned as well. Vala gets a handful more shots into this Tychus. Chomp and such from the Orphea, looking to chase him with a Shadow Walls potentially, but none found. Diablo overpowers onto Orphea, Shadow Charge, but no wall collision for him. No full soul. Punisher jumps over, and Diablo will be taken down again. Vala finds her 150th stack with that kill. The Arcane Punisher opening up mid lane. Bottom lane catapults are arriving near the keep front gate, but let's focus in on this mid lane siege. Wonderfully done by the side of Macro Machines as Tychus tries to clear this Punisher. Punisher refocusing onto the fort here in mid. Gazlo rotating in from the top lane area. Looks like almost Beluga Dog taken down by the Vala autos, but able to get behind that gate and no sustained damage out from her to find a kill. Second structure of the map to go down and second structure on the side of Maximum Thrust to fall. 14 to 12, actually let's say 14 and a quarter to just about level 13 for Maximum Thrust, and this is a 7-kill game favoring the members of Macro Machines. And you just gotta look at this and you're like, how do you stop this runaway? Well, you got even talent here for the time being. Maybe you set up in a little bush party in the rotation. Try and find a gank onto the Orphea, Vala, or Malfurion. Try and get past that Johanna and her CC potential. But of course, Ratzen's been really good at kind of controlling the enemy with pulling condemns, slows of the punish, and bless shields, of course, as well. See how it all works out in the end, but they got to find some way to dive in and shut this down. Obviously, Tychus just sitting there with minigun active is not something they can really do. The double shield glare of Johanna will mitigate some of that. Most of that, if I'm not mistaken. Trees in top lane, playing safe by the fort, but how safe are they from all these enemy members? There's a slow from Blaze. Oil Slick ignited. Gazlo fires out a laser. Ratson comes in. The Bless Shield is available. There's going to be a stun on the ground. Iron Skin mitigates that, and big burst. Unfortunately, this is the opposite of what we were hoping to happen for the side of Macro Machines, or Maximum Thrust. Macro Machines just coming through and being like, oh, no, yeah. That game plan of, like, finding a singular kill, we're just going to go ahead and utilize that as the Vala continues to rain in damage, getting kill after kill. It's a triple kill in total. Odin has been summoned, but that's a really good... Wait a minute, hold on, Vala vaults in. There's 25 armor on this Odin, and they're still trying to get some great damage in. Diablo is getting low. Manticore 16 is chonking. And it's a quadra kill as Gazlo just now respawns. Bottom lane pushing in. Mortar Punisher will be next in the bottom lane, and that'll be a kill onto Tychus in the top. I apologize. I didn't think the siege would continue, but holy heckin' butts. That'll be multiple kills in the top lane. Next objective should be announced momentarily. Bottom lane is pushing in. The next objective is bottom. This is looking all green light for the side of Macro Machines in the late game. Orphea finishes out Mind Devourer level 7. Maybe an invade onto this camp on the top right to steal this away. Yeah, it looks like they'll just grab this. I mean, you have a 12-kill lead. You have just about a 2-level lead as well. More than a 2-level lead, actually, now that the math is coming through. Here comes that Mortar Punisher, as I mentioned, for the bottom lane. Getting 16 talent here is going to be difficult in the next 20 seconds. I feel like they have to give the objective, get 16, and defend against the objective and the members of Macro Machines. But that just feels like such an uphill battle for the side of Maximum Thrust. But let's take a look and see how everything unfolds. Still half a level to go for 16 talent on the left or on the right side of the map. They're just going to heavily push into top lane. I don't disagree with this game plan at all. Blaze is working in this camp on the left side. If they could rotate into him and find the kill, that'd be actually massive. But he's playing safe to the left side. He knows that if they show up, he's just going to immediately give the camp and leave. 16 off of the mid lane wave. They're going to show here, and they're actually going to look for the fight. Blaze is not around. Orphea was pushing up bottom lane. Diablo's full on souls. Tassador's got Thermal Lance level 16, which is a huge damage buff for him. Apocalypse activation by the Diablo. Not sure he found anyone right there. Diablo does go down the left side of the screen. Sound Bear from Lucio. A little too late. The Black Hole from Tassador is going to be coming out. Is going to be any sort of kills to be had. It doesn't look like any will be achieved. Tychus trying to chase in. This is a very low Malfurion, but Vala's got the auto attack damage needed. Does she have the Tempered by Discipline as well? She does have that level 13 healing for auto attack damage. Or oh, she vaults through the... Oh, no! Vala, baby girl, no! A little too aggressive right there. Vala does go down, but in the end, Diablo should be picked off here as well. Orphea gets the assistance of the Punisher onto the Tassadar. It's a Gazlo and Lucio left to defend around this bottom lane keep. Reverse amp activation, tries to push off to safety. Punisher jumps onto 2. No root from Malfurion to get extra CC potential onto them. Blaze trying to find the jet propulsion, can't get into flatline. There's going to be a respawn of Tychus right now. He's got Odin available. He's going to summon it in a safer position. Force shielding his drop. Punisher jumps to the left side onto the Gazlowe as the bunker from Blaze has been summoned. Orphea gets the kill onto the Gazlowe. And man, as I said, where's Big Scary Duck to enjoy this Orphea game? He is missing out, as this will be your Macro Machines going and taking map number 1 in this best of 3 series here in Nexomania Division B. GG, well played. GG's indeed, Skullfy. Great games we're having today in Nexomania as well. Well, you know the spiel, chat. We're going to run ads. Be sure to take a look and see if you've got a Prime Gaming available. If you'd like to subscribe, if you'd like to put gift some subs, any of that stuff. As I said, every little bit helps us continue bringing you great Heroes of Storm casting and games and streams. So if you're having fun and you can support the stream, by all means, please do so. Or at least consider it. But we're going to run ads, and when we come back, map number 2 of this series. I'll pay out the bet in the meantime.
The battle begins shortly, heroes.
Welcome back, everybody, into Nexomania Division B. On the left side, up in this best of 3 series, we got the Macro Machines looking for a quick 2-0 victory in this best of 3 series. They'll be picking up a Muradin, Deathwing, Brightwing, Zeratul, and Jaina. Right side of the map, we're going to be taking a peek at Maximum Thrust. We got a Dahaka, Garrosh, Rhaegar, Tychus, and Nazebo. Sorry, once again, I don't know why I said it like that, but we did. Either way, Twitch prediction is going. If you'd like to predict who you think is going to win based on draft, your favorite character, whatever it may be. And if you're like, damn, there's a Nazebo, GG's. Damn, actually, Dahaka. Dahaka's a big one for this map. Really good enhanced agility, bush mobility, and he does get enhanced agility level 1. His wave clear is really good, camp clear is really good as well. Tychus is actually going to be going for press the advantage. He wants that extra 1 range, which takes him to, is it 4.5 or 5.5? I always forget which it increases to. It increases to 5.5. That's right. Zebo with spiders at level 1. Garrosh reading his tooltips. Zeratul poking here and there. Did go for the greater cleave, so is a 33% radius increase. Oh, whoa, what happened there? All right, apparently Nazebo found the kill into Zeratul. Did not expect that to happen, but First Blood does go over to the side of Maximum Thrust, if that does sway your Twitch prediction. Earth Shatter down on the ground. Trees doing their best to back away in bottom lane. Still no level 1 for Garrosh here. Still no level 1. Molten Blood level 1 pickup, by the way, for the Deathwing. We didn't mention that, but while Deathwing has 3 or more armor plates, he heals for 0.6% of his maximum health per second. Does it actually show it here in the tooltip? He's got 6.44 regen per second. I feel like that is not correct, based on how quickly I'm seeing this number move over here. Well, level 4 is here. Garrosh did take a level 1. He went into the Unrivaled Strength, so we'll have that extra throw and I think damage, right? Yeah, throw, range, and damage. Does go Indomitable. We have Brightwing with the Dream Shot level 4, so extra range, but he'll also get the extra value of the Arcane Flare's center reduces its cooldown to 2 seconds if you get that hit onto the enemy hero. Rending Cleave is not surprising for the Zeratul, so Cleave deals an additional 40% damage over time. 3 seconds, or over 3 seconds. Arcane Intellect for our Jaina. Ratson, I think Ratson's just going to be pulled out of position. Groundbreaker toss, Dwarf toss away, no big deal. Dahaka Trees is a little bit low. Did go into Lurker Strain level 4. Yo, Hostile, what's up, bud? Good to see you today. Not Master Assassin, sorry, in the rhythm for Tychus, and up against Deathwing, that's a nice target, but unfortunately Deathwing is dealing quite a bit of damage. Still hasn't taken a level 4 in 2 levels. It's level 6, and Deathwing is still not taking a level 4. Maybe they forgot, maybe they're reading their tooltips, I don't know. My brain no brain today? Me too, bud. Me too. We will be seeing Infernus, so probably the Molten Flame, or the Molten Flame build for our Deathwing right there. Zeratul tries to put a hefty amount of damage into our Gazebo, but won't be able to find any kills.
Are you ready for
Maybe got like a little cleave and auto attack damage into them, but no big deal. Looks like there was a well tap potentially. No, that looks like regen globe actually. Never mind. Blizzard down on the ground from Jaina, but there's gonna be... Whoa, that zombie wall is... What? Okay, I love the ally toss onto Dahaka right there. Able to get the Darkstorm damage onto Muradin. I thought Muradin was gonna live there. I was about to be like, someone's gotta clip that. That's insane. But he does not. We do see Deathwing with the Skyfall, so you get a little bit of healing from that, but also you can delay out the objective phasing since the objective phasing is global vision. So Deathwing, he'll be able to see it from the sky and be able to delay things out if he flies up in time. Doesn't look like that'll be the case for the first seed, or the second seed, which does go over to the side of Maximum Thrust. Dahaka. I'm surprised he didn't go for the drag. Maybe it was on cooldown still. Not 100% sure about that. That was weird. Huh. That was weird. I thought he had a drag available. It seemed like an easy point blank, but, well, that's not the case. Tychus did activate minigun. There was a glow on the tip of his weapon, but it is basically broken away by Deathwing, as Deathwing's like, cool, I see the glow on your minigun, I'm just not going to give you free ding stacks and I'll back away. Speaking of stacks, though, by the way, we did not mention Stormcaller build for the Rhaegar. Stormcaller level 1, the Electric Charge at level 4, does go into Blood and Thunder level 7. The Ghost Wolf attacks reduce basic ability cooldowns by 1.5 seconds to restore 4% of Rhaegar's maximum mana. Makes sense with the aggressive build that we've gone into at 4 and 7. Ratson getting jogged here by the Tychus and body blocked by some enemies, and that'll be a drag from Dahaka onto the Brightwing. There's going to be a zombie wall that catches their own Dahaka, but it doesn't matter. Maximum Thrust with maximum power in this engagement finds the double kill. 4 kills in total, a half a level lead, and another Garden Terror Seed will go over to their side. Okay. Deathwing, Skyfall delays. Won't be enough in the end as they finally get that channel. 10 talents here up is soon. Dahaka lands a drag into the Zeratul immediately. Muradin dwarf tossing in. We have that Lurker Strain level 4 for the Dahaka. He burrows. He does have that knockback in case they were able to continue pressuring onto him, but they won't. Ooh, Dragon Laser Drill, Ancestor Healing. We've got our Helicopter Garrosh with the Decimate, Isolation Dahaka, and Nazebo. Is he Big Slappy Ghost, or is he Large Man? So we got the Ravenous Spear to the Gargantuan. It will be Gargantuan. Gargulad coming out. We got a Haymaker Muradin, Bellowing Roar for Deathwing, Blink Heal for the Brightwing, Zeratul with the VP, and a Ring of Frost with the Jaina. Yo, Phil Fighter, what's up, bud?
A seed is sprouting.
Happy Tuesday to you. Happy Tuesday to everybody. But Haymaker Muradin, Bellowing Roar for the Deathwing. It's above the Cataclysm icon if you're not noticing it. VP with Ring of Frost combo. We'll see how the timing on all that works out for them, communication-wise and all. Toss in. There's the Stormbolt. Okay, that's a VP onto a few. Where's the Ring of Frost? Timing! Root gets onto 2. Tychus tries to heal up a bit, gets the Draken Laser Drill summoning. Jimmy Bob Joe is zoned for a moment with low HP. Garrosh, Tychus have gone down. Cataclysm in from Deathwing. Jaina will be picked off, so at least they find 1 kill. Haka looking to step up more. Muradin dwarf tossing back in. Looks like he did tap well. There's a lot of mana over time for him. -9 today, the type of cold that hurts your lungs to breathe. Oh, dude, I hate that. I absolutely hate that. I know exactly what you're talking about. In there. Well, I hope you're staying nice and warm, bud. Haymaker from Muradin connects onto the Dahaka as we still have the objective phase up and available. Arcane on the right is going to be decimated by the Garrosh. Muradin picked off by Tychus. The second seed does go over to the side of Macro Machines, I believe, in the end. But still, it's 7-3 in kills. It's all looking really good for Maximum Thrust for this mid-game. No structures have fallen yet. Zebo is working on top lane fort with the help of Gargilad. We will see Dahaka grabbing Siege Giants as well. I can work in heat. Not much you can do with negative 35 wind chill temps. Yeah, you can go inside.
It will sprout before you know it.
Boom. Oh, the mountain was insanely windy yesterday when I was up there. Absolutely bonkers windy. Like, we got to the top of the tram, and no joke, you, like, walk around the edge of the building where the wind starts to come, and you also have the edge of the building where the wind kind of whips and wraps. And there were literally people, like, falling over. Like, they would, like, walk into the wind, and the wind would push them over. It was insane yesterday. Like, it was one of those points where, like, you strap in at the top of the run, and the wind is blowing so heavily, you can't even actually start going down the hill. You have to get to a non-windy spot to, like, build up momentum. VP on the right side as our objective phase is here. Somebody needs to get this Cataclysm through the objective area. Molten Flame as well. Tychus is doing his best to melt the Deathwing health bar, and oh my god, goodbye Deathwing! Absolutely just melted there like a block of butter, and Ratson doing their best to get out of here. Draken Laser Joe cleared away. Jimmy Bob Joe helping out where they can. Blink heals here and there. Dahaka taps the bush, but as Stormbolt piercing from Muradin gets the delay onto the two chasing in. Jaina trying to get some burst damage onto the Tychus for a kill. Tychus gonna go for the channel here. Zeratul, is he gonna look for a Singularity Spike or a jump in? Brightwing does not get the Arcane Flare interrupt. This will be Garden Terror going over to the side of Maximum Thrust. A Haymaker onto Dahaka. A Zombie Wall finds the Jaina. The Spiders connect, and she's taken down by Dahaka. Now Ratson, Dwarf tossing away, looking to tap the bush to get that movement speed buff, but it doesn't seem like Dahaka's prioritizing the chase onto the kill. Or is he? Because the rest of the team is still moving into this bottom lane. We've got somebody pushing up mid, Deathwing in top lane to clear out that Garden Terror, but this is looking like a massive siege phase for the side of Maximum Thrust. There's no inside of an open job site, sir. Well, that's why you build an igloo. Come on, man. Come on, Foo Fighter. You know this. Just build an igloo. There's no snow either. Okay, that's even worse. Wait, hold on. You're telling me there's no porta potties? There's a frozen porta john. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure that's a real nice place to warm up in. Yikes. Stay warm out there, bud. Stay warm out there. Don't lose any fingers or toes. 16's here on the right side for the members of Maximum Thrust. We have Dahaka and Garrosh chilling in the bush in case someone rotates in. Nice check of the bush with the Arcane Flare. And it looks like the Stormcaller build for Rhaegar is working out pretty good. 93 stacks. Did go for the Earth Shield and Rising Storm at level 13-16. Got the Sizzling attacks for the Tychus. Dahaka went into the Tunneling Claws. Zeratul does have his Shroud of Adun. Zeratul gains Stealth, a sheet equal to 20% of his maximum health over 3 seconds while under Permanent Cloak. A little more sustainability for them. Alright, we got 16s on both sides, though. Zeratul does pick up his Void Slash.
I trust you.
So if Cleave hits more than one enemy hero, it deals 40% increased damage, and its cooldown is reduced by 3 seconds. Baseline Zeratul Cleave, I don't know, is 6. Okay, yeah. I thought it was 6, but I was like, I'm just going to check it. Zebo should be able to finish up this camp on his own. 111 stacks for the Zebo player. 12.5 minutes in. It's not too bad. Can definitely be stacking higher and faster, but I think they're doing an okay job.
A seed seed has sprouted. Let's not fight over it.
I'd rather have negative 35 than 120 in the shade. I would rather have neither of those. That's my opinion. Garden Terror Seed in the top right will be given away. Looks like the Siege Giants and such will be cleared out by Macro Machines, who seems like they've gone into a more micro play right now, as they do have Core 4 rolling around together. Deathwing is up in the sky, if you're wondering where he is on the minimap. He's obviously alive, but he's taken flight, so he might drop down in the engagement there. There's going to be the drop down from Deathwing. 5v2 in the bottom lane as Tychus, Nazebo, and Rhaegar rotate in for the flank, and Earthshatter finds trees. Cataclysm out. There's going to be a VP with a Ring of Frost onto the Rhaegar. Molten Flame with the Wicked Inferno, as well as the Conflagration combination coming out as well, but this looks like nothing is going to be really achieved by either side. Dahaka looks for a drag. Might have connected onto the hide of this Deathwing, but of course you can't pull Deathwing. Yo, Kalis, what's up, bud? Good to see ya. Hope you've been doing well. Thanks for coming by the stream. What's up, Bimpy? The one thing I'll never understand about cold weather, and obviously they've changed this, at least I've noticed, Vale used to have this rule where you can't have a beard longer than 1 inch, or something like that. And I was always like, why would you hinder the warmth of your employees? Now, I know Vale is a bougie company, and the reason is because beards are apparently not professional, according to the old dinosaurs of this world. That has obviously changed. I've noticed a lot of people with beards, like, thicker than mine working at Heavenly, but I always wondered that. I'm like, dude, like, why wouldn't you, like, actively encourage your employees to grow beards so they can stay warmer and work longer for you, idiot? Anyways, Zeratil's putting the pressure onto trees right now, activates some Essence. We got Brightwing down here as well. The Decimate coming out from Garrosh as Jaina Rhaegar will be traded. Muradin going down in mid lane as well. I chose the wrong fight to watch, everybody. It looks like the fight in mid lane was a little bit more exciting, and Nazebo Tychus finding that double kill. They will trade, though. Rhaegar going down. I guess trade in a sense. Link around from Zeratul. Groundbreaker does not get the CC. Indomitable activated, and Zeratul blinks back to his origin location with the Wormhole level 7. Nazebo in position for a Garden Terror channel. The 20 talent tier is faster and in favor of maximum thrust by half a level. Or at least they need half a level. They've got a whole level lead over the enemy. Nazebo pacing down the zombie wall. Garrosh getting into an anchor position for his allies. Tychus will be interrupted once, and they'll get this Garden Terror Seed phase started out. And Garden Terror on top and bottom are going to push up quite a bit. Mid lane's already being pushed up by the Dahaka. This is looking pretty good for a siege for maximum thrust. Maybe they can take us to a map number 3. We'll find out. Been helping your siblings since they caught what I had. Why'd you sneeze on your siblings, Bimpy? That's so rude of you. Pokemon Go on my way home. Crash on the couch. Oh, well, thank you for coming by, bud. Thanks for coming by and hanging out with us. Glad things are going well at work and such. Garden Terror with Siege Giants and more in top lane, pushing on in. We got the 20 talents here on the right. We got the focusing diodes for that Dahak, or excuse me, for the Draken Laser Drill, as well as the Gargantuan upgrade, Decimate upgrade with the Deadly Calm. You'll also be seeing the Contagion for Dahaka and the Ancestral Farseer's Blessing. Literally focusing diodes just right onto the fort right, or the keep right there. Might take it down, gets it really low. Ring of Frost from the Jaina connects on the 2, the Ancestor Healing just in time. The Farseer's Blessing will get one more proc, splash into a few allies around. Jaina's done with her baseline quest, and Deathwing is the one to go down in this siege through top. Is there more to be had? Haymaker from Muradin into the Garrosh. Sorry, he's turned into a crab. I didn't know who he was. Nazebo does go down. It's a 1-for-1 so far. Deathwing for Nazebo. A little low on this Jaina. She gets bopped out of position by the Dahaka Lurker Strain. And mid lane keep does go down. Core at 68% on the left side. And that shielding got back up a bit, but it looks like it's going to be dropped once again. Maximum thrust. They want to take us to a map number 3. Maybe look for a reverse sweep in this best 3 series. We're going to find out here in a second. I think Muradin Haymakered again right there. I think he went to the Grand Slam. He did level 20. Tychus so very low. I heard Dahaka pop some Essence. Tychus goes down to the Muradin. Meanwhile, Dahaka's still getting autos in. He's not the best sieger in the world. He's got some damage. Does he have Essence to activate here, or is Trees about to just go down? I wouldn't say all in on the core, but they go in for the core and get about 65% of it down. Nicely done. 35 remains. And this will be the members of Maximum Thrust backing away. They'll recuperate and possibly push in for a win once they get everyone back on the map. Oh, good on you, Bimby, for taking care of your family. Nicely done, bud. You've been so tired lately. Yeah, I've been fighting a lot of sleep lately too, so trying to be a bit more productive with my downtime off a stream. But it's so hard. Like, you finish streaming, you just want to like chill out and relax and enjoy the afternoon. But today and tomorrow, I just got so much that I gotta get done after stream, so I'm just gonna work on it. Just gonna get it done today and tomorrow, and that way I can start chilling out closer to the weekend.
Gather that seed for me.
I could be smart and make a list and like tackle things like, you know, on certain days, but nah. I'll do like 2 or 3 hours worth of work after stream, and then we should be nice and ahead of our own schedule. Garden Terror will go over to the side of Macro Machines. They want to start clapping back and start taking down structures of the enemy, but so many of these waves are pushed back, and it's going to be Garden Terror by the fort in mid lane, by the fort in top lane. Now, by the enemy fort in bottom lane, so this is the main siege point. That's Jaina thrown out of position. The Groundbreaker did not connect because of the Polymorph, shutting down that animation. Dahaka flank. Is he going to get a huge isolation? Isolation spreads to quite a few members down there. Does look like Jimmy Bob Joe was able to get the activation of that Soothing Mist. Dahaka burrows into the ground. He did land a drag for a moment. Zeratul coming in. Garden Terror will be able to take down the bottom lane fort. Top and mid are so low already from so much of the minion wave they have to auto attack through, and every time the Garden Terror auto attacks, it loses a bit of HP. Not a bad defense through bottom. Not much lost in mid or top, outside of just like the active wave push. Wow. Bottom lane is a big commitment right now from the side of Macro Machines. I wouldn't say they're all in on this one, but looking at Dahaka on the minimap, he'd finished out Enhanced Agility. Looks like he's going to go push out top lane. He might just be looking to push over its core while the allies defend bottom. And keep in mind, Rhaegar's dead for the next 15 seconds still. This is like a 3v5 defense, and it's kind of working. It's kind of working.
Blue team's core.
Garrosh stopping backs, I think. Dahaka's on core. Deathwing is hearthing. He'll be able to get that hearth out. VP onto 2. Deathwing hearths out. He doesn't get any extra health from going to the Hall of Storms, but he'll be able to deny any of the damage onto the core shielding. Dahaka backs away, or at least pushes up mid lane. Oh no, he's just pushing. He's just macroing. Maximum Thrust is doing the thing that the enemy team is supposed to be doing. Dahaka brush stalking into bottom. Isolation spreads to 4 members! The drag onto Muradin. That should be a kill as he is ground. Oh no, it's Nazeebo. No, sorry, it was Zeratul. I completely misread the model. It's like, wait a minute. Nazeebo's on the right side. I completely saw Muradin there. My bad. Either way, Zeratul does go down. Tyke is dead for the next 12 seconds. Huge flank isolation combo right there. No Feeding Frenzy for Dahaka, so he doesn't have any cooldown reduction from autos, but he wasn't really autoing anything. Stormbolt goes out. No CC connection. This is looking pretty good for Maximum Thrust to take us to a map number 3. They're committed to ending here. I think there was a bellowing roar from Deathwing. Nazeebo's so very low, 14 HP, gets taken down by the Jaina. Core shielding is still up, and is this a flubbed attempt at the core? It's not really going too well, and now Garrosh and Rhaegar, they're trying to back away. The Ancestor healing down for another 40-some seconds. Tychus is here, Ring of Frost, he dashes away from that, focusing Diodes. Gets the range on the Dragon Laser Drill, but it was a little too early of a call or a cast on that. One of the catapults got a hit onto the core and it chunked the shielding by a crazy amount. Jaina gets a root, followed up by a Stormbolt to Muradin. The isolation answered back into the Muradin's face. Beluga Dog getting a couple of those Decimate activations. Keep in mind, has the Deadly Calm as Zeratul blinks in, gets dragged by Dahaka. VP onto a couple as Muradin's mid-Dwarf Toss, the Molten Flame activation. Beluga Dog still getting tons of Decimate value in this clumped up moment. Groundbreaker onto Jaina. She pops her Frostbite, her Ice Block, if you will. The Ancestor healing spreading to so many members' trees. Will be helped out by that one. Deathwing had Cataclysm in, and this is going to be Zeratul taken down. Jaina picked off as well. A Brightwing, Deathwing, and Muradin to defend. And I don't think they're going to be able to do so. Chat, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're heading into a map number 3. And you love it when a series goes the distance. Maximum Thrust looking for a reverse sweep up against Macro Machines, who had a dominant map number 1 against them. We'll see what's going to be happening here in just a moment, but golly, what a great back and forth here on Garden of Terror in Nexomania Season 6 Division B. Woo! Welcome back, everybody, into Heroes of the Storm and Nexomania Season 6 Division B. On the left side, we have got the members of Macro Machines with a Sonya, Chromie, Falstad, Stukov, and Leoric. Right side of the map is going to be Maximum Thrust with your Junkrat, Brightwing, Stitches, Blaze, and Asmodan. We got an insane amount of good games today. Like, we've had Zul'jin, Gazlo, Zagara, Asmodan. We're getting all the fun heroes in Nexomania. Thanks for hanging out with me, everyone. We have a Twitch gamble going right now if you'd like to make some channel points. I mean, it's map number 3. Why not make a big gamble happen, chat? Asmodan going in for Greed level 1. So Global of Annihilation deals 50% more damage to non-heroic targets. As well as, after getting 200 Annihilation, increase the range of all shell burn, the laser, the E, and Demon Warriors, the W, gain 20% attack speed and movement speed. Thank you, Ashmanta, for the gamble reminder. Let's make a big one, chat. It's map number 3. Do or die. It's essentially a best of 1 here in Nexomania. Put your channel points where your beliefs are. Lurking Arm, level 1 for Stukov with the low blow. Leoric is going to be having the Consumed Vitality as well. Piercing Sand for the Chromie. Excuse me, once again, the first time for Chromie. We'll see our Furious Blow for the Sonya as well. Adrenaline Stimpack on Blaze. We get the Patrick Creation for Stitches. Hyper Shift for Brightwing level 1. I think we did get a greater Polymorph level 1 in one of the games earlier today. So it's good to see that there's still some variety in the Brightwing plate after that nerf onto Hyper Shift from 6% to 4 and from 1 second per minion depth to 0.5. A laser from Asmodan to zone back the Falstad. A Hammerang activation with the Q-Bill, but I don't think it'll be enough damage to take down Zavia. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Oh, no believers. No Abathur. Maybe there is. Who knows? You're just going to have to subscribe to find out. Hook goes out but finds a minion. The Jet Propulsion from Blaze will connect onto the Sonya. She'll be stunned for a moment right there as another slam goes down on the ground. Oh, you're already out of here, Skullfeet. Have a great night, bud. We'll see you next time, okay? Glad to see you pop in for a little bit. We'll see you next time. GG's. Chat's gone into super lurk mode. Little tower shots coming out here in mid lane. Onto the minion wave mostly. We have a hook that will get a couple tower shots onto the Dark Knight. That Leoric. Blaze goes in with the Jet Propulsion, reads the immediate Wraithwalk location. They're still trying to chase onto Leoric. They're trying to get this first kill of the game, and it looks like with nice Soothing misactivation, mitigate the slow that Leoric was trying to apply. I can't believe that hook did not connect, and Leoric lives. The Healing Pathogen spread from Stukov. He's got one good spread as well for the cooldown reduction on 3 or more targets.
All right, lads and lasses.
Falstad continues to build up stacks against the Asmodan, him doing the same as well. I'd like to see E at level 7. I think that's going to be a really nice way for Asmodan to finish out these waves a little bit faster. Did go into the Hellforged armor, so Demon Warriors and Lieutenants gain 20 armor and last 4 seconds longer, so more sustainability on them. Good synergy with the level 1 since the Demon Warriors gain 20% attack speed and movement speed when Greed is finished out. First objective phase is here, though. Bottom of the map, 30 seconds of channel time necessary. Azmodan will hearth out for full. And Stitches finishes out this camp. Chromie pushing up a bit here in mid lane, just poking out a little bit here and there. A jet propulsion from Blaze right into the face of Leoric as he's going to be slowed by the oil slick, but it doesn't look like there'll be any kill into him. Just a handful of damage from the Blaze onto the Skeleton King. Still killless here in map number 3. We've got that massive destruction for Azmodan, as I was mentioning. Stitch is going to Serrated Edge. Critical miss for the Brightwing, so now you have a healing on top of the Soothing Mist activation. And it looks like we got a last-second gamble from chat. Thanks for participating. Thank you, Ashmantle, for the double reminder. Hook onto Falstad as he was just about to get away. The Chatter and T still chasing in. Not going to be... Oh, no, he actually floats right into it. I remember the early days of Heroes of Storm when someone made a, not even a, this is like before like Heroes of Storm, well I guess maybe there was Heroes of Storm Reddit, but like we had like the actual Blizzard online forums for Heroes of Storm, and someone made a whole like post about how Falstad should not be affected by Abathur Mines. Jet propulsion from Blaze goes in onto a couple enemies here. The hook from Stitches will not connect. It gets the damage onto Dark Knight. But yeah, someone's like, Abathur Mines shouldn't affect Falstad because he's flying above them and they wouldn't go off, and it's just... It's so funny to me. It's like, I need my favorite hero to be unkillable, please. He's flying. Well, I guess maybe they're bouncing Bettys, you know? They jump up out of the ground. They're bouncing toxic nests. The Luga dog doing their best to back away in this Junkrat, but that is, unfortunately, not enough room for them to back away, and that'll be a kill over to the side of Macro Machines. First kill of the game, by the way. But he's flying, but bouncing Bettys. Do you know what a bouncing Betty is? It's a mine that shoots out of the ground X amount of feet above it and then explodes.
Our rescue's been halted.
10 to 9 in kills in our levels currently. Leap for Sonya. We'll also be seeing Temporal Loop, Gust, Massive Shove, and Entomb. Yeah, but not everyone knows that, Trainwreck. Not everyone was a combat engineer. Leap from Sonya goes in. Taps the globe, and it doesn't look like there's anything outside of that. Leoric coming in, lands the... Oh, wait, hold on. Gust from Falstad maybe up against the wall. There's going to be an Entomb from Leoric onto the Brightwing. The Temporal Leap as well, the Lurking Arm. And the DIY, Buried Alive, works out for the side of Macro Machines, getting a pick onto the Brightwing. Secondary kill for them in this map number 3. Riptire from Junkrat moves right into the face of Sonya, and she really doesn't care too much about that, as Falstad has the Healing Pathogen. It looks like Chromie actually got another kill in bottom lane. Temporal Loop still on cooldown, so definitely just getting a snipe from Chromie into the Stitches. Surprised by that one. Falstad barrel rolls in looking for extra damage onto trees. Chunks the Blaze down. We will get that phase shift from Brightwing. Low blow coming out from our Stukov, but the objective phase number 1 will go over to the left side of Macro Machines. 1 stack away for the jump in damage for the Falstad for the extra 15%. Still a ways to go for the, once again, the first time. 13 hits needed on that one. 106 out of the 200 for the baseline of Greed. We've got no hook upgrade because no level 13 yet. But let's take a look and see how the siege unfolds here. We didn't take a look at the other numbers yet either. We have 13 coming through. Falstad, is Falstad looking to fly to top, or I'm not sure. Entomb from Leoric finds this Azmodan. I think there might have been a miscommunication on the Falstad flight ability or something. Maybe he canceled it. It's off cooldown now, but it's low if you cancel it. I think it's like what, like 5-10 seconds? Camp and objective phase and bottom lane will be cleared away. 13 talents here, almost here on the left side, as I mentioned. 4-0 in kills. Macro Machines shutting down possibility of this reverse sweep for maximum thrust, at least for the time being. It still is early game. 16 talent here is big. Scaling is huge as well for the Azmodan. The Orc in the bush with the oh, wait, is there a... No Entomb. I was thinking they'd have an Entomb for that. It was on 10 seconds when I took a look at it. Sonya to move over to the left side of the map. She'll go ahead and grab this Bruiser Camp, or the Null Pack. Right side already grabbed by Beluga Dog and Trees. They'll push things up in mid. Trying to get to that 13 talent tier. Half a level to go. We'll take a look at the actual talents once we're done looking at the stats at the bottom of the screen. Entomb in the top lane from Leoric finds the Azmodan. Will they go for the boss still? No. Looks like the boss was just tagged in the happenstance of the fight. On the right side, though, it's Demonic Invasion, Bunker, Gorge, Blink Heal, and Riptire for the Junkrat for our heroics. That 13 talent here, though, does have the Mythical Spear for the Sonya. No Poison Spear, that's the level 7. False hit with the Ares Gust, which makes a lot of sense for the cooldown, or Flow Rider, sorry, Ares Gust level 13. It Hungers for the Stukov for the reset. We got the Ominous Wraith for our Leorics. We'll see Royal Focus at level 13 or level 16. Curious what we're gonna get at 20. We could see Buried Alive, but I kind of like the DIY Buried Alive they have. Also, Buried Alive is a 1 second less Entomb duration, so there's that as well. Like Leoric could, what would he take at level? He could, I guess he could go Burning Despair. Usually you have the 13-16 with that, though. I guess you don't have to, but that's what I'd like to see personally. I'd like to see Burning Despair instead of Buried Alive, but we'll see what ends up happening, as we are still a ways away from potentially 20. We got about 5 levels on the left side, 6 levels on the right. That level lead still held firmly by Macro Machines with 5-0 kills. As Brightwing throws the Pixie Dust over to his Stitches. The Oric starting to Wraith walk in. Delta swing onto a few, and Azmodan Dunk comes out. There's the Entomb coming out from Leoric, and that's the DIY Buried Alive. The Lurking Arm's a little further away, but I don't think it mattered. They still got the kill into Azmodan. That's the most important part. Big slows, big damage. That is going to be Stitches almost taken down. Brightwing with a small blink heal, giving some movement speed buff as well, I think, with some of the Pixie Dust earlier. Phase shift from Brightwing right under the Stitches immediately. Junkrat continuing to poke around. The Orc eats the Steel Trap. We got Sonya on the left for the camp. Blaze on the right for the camp as well for the Null Pack. Both mid lane forts are still available, but the right side mid fort is very low right now. Looking at the minimap, probably around to about 10% overall. A hook almost finds Arcane the 13th. That was a really close hook. For the Falstad, that extra range from Fishing Hook level 13 automatic gain is humongous. There's going to be an Entomb to try and catch the Stitches. Going to put the Sonya inside of that. Weird gust up against the wall. Falstad flank. Decent damage coming through. Lurking Arm from Stukov. Chromie's done with once again the first time as Blaze finds the Jet Propulsion. Chromie, Sand Artillery is huge. The leaping from Sonya. The hook onto Sonya, but still they find the kill into Brightwing Azmodan. Leoric wants to chase down Beluga Dog. Turns around. The Temporal Loop onto Trees. The Bunker comes down to deny the pullback. A hammering from Falstad almost gets the hit on the Stitches, but he will not be taken down. And here is Channel for the second objective. A hook onto Leoric. Jet Propulsion is there. Unfortunately, the Wraith Walk was activated. And actually, we're going to be seeing no Royal Focus. We're going to see Crushing Hope, so it probably will be Burning Despair level 20. That's what I anticipate. It's 8-0 in kills. Another hook onto Dark Knight. Wraith Walk again. Lurking Arm down from the Stukov. There's another Entomb. Brightwing's caught inside. Blink heals away. Soothing Misactivation. Another Lurking Arm down from the Stukov as he does have that reset from It Hungers. He's going to throw a third one down, but it's interrupted by the Junkrat Riptire, which does find the kill into Leoric. We have Falstad trying to get a couple of autos onto the Jailers, but he won't be able to get the channel in time. Not too bad of a moment here. 8-1 in kills. Finally, the members of Maximum Thrust will be able to find a kill of their own. As I am out of water. Sonya finishes out camp over here. Blaze doing the same thing on the right. Wouldn't be surprised if he hearths out completely. Leoric is just about to respawn. Looks like he's going to do the respawn over here in the bush, avoiding vision of the enemy. Of course, there's a Steel Trap right there. He gets the... Oh, it's Falstad who flies in and gets caught by that. Speaking of getting caught, there's an Entomb onto Junkrat with the Lurking Arm underneath that as well. Big Skeletal Swing. The damage is pretty good, and Brightwing unable to heal them up. Blink heals, Soothing Misactivation. Brightwing gets taken down by the Chromie burst damage. as now we have a jet propulsion from Blaze connecting as well. Unfortunately, Stitches will be taken down. Leork with another slow from the skeletal swing, but the priority is going to be on to the objective phase. 9.7 seconds to go as the dunk from Asmodee will be a little too late, and 164 stacks currently sit for the Lord of... I was going to say Lord of Terror, but no, he's the he's a General of Hell, I believe. One of the Generals of Hell or something. Second objective phase is here. We'll see what kind of push potential can be achieved. It is a 2-level lead for the side of Macro Machines. 18 and some change to 16 and some change. Blaze doesn't want to get caught by a temporal loop, but it just came off a cooldown after he jet propulsioned to Wade. The Orc Wraith walking in, trying to chase him in, but won't be able to. Wait, hold on. They find the Entomb. There's the lurking arm underneath it. The body blocks are good. The phase shift will not be in time, and Blaze goes down in bottom. Lord of Sin, that sounds right, yeah. That sounds very correct. Riptire activation by Junkrat gets some damage. The Wraith Walk from Leork as he was anticipating getting hooked, but he won't be pulled out of position there. Top lane wave is going to start crashing onto the keep front gate. We've got Falstead still managing mid as best as he can. Just taking out side walls and stuff. It looks like there's going to be a call for bottom lane boss. We got the Ignore Pain as well as the Piercing Sands for Chromie as well as your Wind Tunnel. Top off for the Stukov. And now Leoric, what are you considering here? Is it going to be Buried Alive or will it be Burning Despair? I'm like staring at that 20 pickup. Can they rotate up quick enough? Sonya's going over here, but she is very gapped from her team. There's a possibility of getting on this, but it's so risky. I think you leap in, you pop your one, you pop your one, you leap in. Falstead flies in. He's looking for the Wind Tunnel. He gets gorged immediately. The concussion mine from Junkrat, the leap in from Sonya. They get the objective, or they get the boss here, but it still is going to be such a good play for the side of Macro Machines. Temporal loop onto the Stitches after the Chromie Leork finds the kill onto Brightwing. Falstead barrel rolling in, still has Wind Tunnel available if he wants to find someone up against the wall. Doesn't seem like that's the priority, and seems like actually the members of Macro Machines, they want to focus on taking down the boss first. Thanks, Desert. Appreciate it, bud. Hope you're doing well today. One of the 4 lesser evils.
The Hordes captured more of our troops. You know what to do.
I don't remember where Duriel comes from. Like, I remember Andriel, I remember Bale, or Belial. Sorry, Bale spelled differently. But I remember Belial, I remember Adriel, I remember Asmodee. I don't remember Duriel. I don't remember that name at all. Is that a Diablo 3 name?
I've got eyes on our forces. Move in and get them out of there.
No, you're good. I appreciate it. I'm glad we have someone in chat to actually give us the lore answer. Usually I ask a chat a question, they're just like, eh. He's the one that says looking for Bale in Diablo 2 Act 2. Oh, really? Okay. Sonya leaps in through bottom lane. Mythical Spear to try and pull and close the distance onto Brightwing here. They're just running at the enemy team with the 20 talent tier advantage. Falstead barrel rolls in, looking for the hammering slow. There's a slight slow on that. The trap goes down. It zones the enemies away. Bottom lane fort taking a hefty amount of damage. The objective phase number 3 is here, and it can be channeled. Falstead gets that channel activation in time. The Orc finds the Entomb. Brightwing's inside. Is there going to be huge hammering damage? Absolutely, with the lurking arm underneath that. Beautifully done. A double kill coming out from Macro Machine. 16-1 in kills. As 20 will trickle in for the right side of maximum thrust. Maybe the 20 makes a difference. I don't know. Asmodee activates his heroic, throws in a dunk. There's a massive shove from Stukov. The hammering getting some damage here. 98 stacks currently. As Falstead is still hanging on to that onto that Wind Tunnel if he needs it. Lurking arm down on the ground from Stukov trees is forced to summon the bunker, and that only delays out the inevitable. Also, Tessa, good to see you, bud. I hope you're well. I know how to pull 2 people out of lurking mode in Twitch chat. Say something about Diablo lore. Alright, the 20 on the right side, we're going to be seeing the Sin's Grass for the Asmodan. Makes sense because he did upgrade the, with Greed, he does have the Hell's Rift, which I love quite a bit. Yeah, Hell Rift, excuse me, not Hell's. Fortified Bunker, we got the Master Hooker for Stitches. Speedy Dragon for our Brightwing, and last but not least, the Cannonballs on Junkrat. If you want the correct answer from the internet, provide the wrong answer. Honestly, I do that sometimes. Like, I'll purposefully say something wrong while I'm casting, and chat just like is like, "Oh, shit, streamer!" I was talking about this on Sunday when I was making food. I was like, there's some days when I cast and people are just like chilling and vibing, and like, that's cool. Like, I don't mind that at all. But it's so funny, like, I will say everything right for half an hour, and then I say one wrong talent name, and chat jumps down my throat about it. I find it so funny. Like, it's whatever to me, but it's just comical. Junkrat and Asmodan will be going down. We currently have Falstad saving Wind Tunnel for the next best of 3 series. Hey! Wind Tunnel coming out from Falstad finally. They set up the triple quadra, maybe the pentakill, and our first of our casting for 2025. GG, well played. Macro Machine shut down the reverse sweep potential of Maximum Thrust on Alterac Pass, and they take the series 2-1. GG, well played. I may have had you on 1% volume while working and heard bail. Oh, okay. No, as I said, there's a lot of people that 1% the stream. They lurk. They're just hanging out. I appreciate that greatly. I do not flame anyone that like hangs out and lurks. It's seriously, lurking is a huge factor of the stream. So thank you for lurking at 1%, because the 1% does make a difference from my understanding. If you have me at 0, Twitch does not count you as a viewer. If you have me at 1%, Twitch counts you as a viewer. Twitch is very rude, but thank you for being a 1%er. Yeah, Bernard, I read it a long time ago. Unless they changed it. If you mute me, your viewship... Like, I believe if you mute me and you're not focused on the browser, you don't count as a viewer anymore. But if you have me at 1% and you're not focused, it counts as a viewer. I heard... The thing that I heard that you can do is you can mute the tab. If you mute the tab, you still count as a viewer, because the audio is still technically up. But that's what I heard, that it, like if you mute and are not like actually actively focused on that browser or window, Twitch just uncounts you. I don't know why. Twitch is weird. Twitch is weird.